Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. For the video today, I wanted to bring you along with me through my morning routine. I realized recently that anytime I vlog, I actually don't share what I get up to first thing in the morning. I kind of pick up my camera around mid-morning, so I figured this might be good to share. And this is my 5:30 morning routine. This is what I get up to before going to work each day, and it's actually pretty similar to my weekend routine. I just get up a little bit later and sometimes have a different breakfast, but really the things I'm going to share are kind of my essential activities in the morning. So with all of that being said, I'm just going to get started. Let's go. Alright, I just come into the bathroom and I don't really do too much in terms of getting ready and skincare first thing. It's more so just like freshening up for the day. So I'm just going to get my hair out of the way, and I like to rinse my face with water. I'll do a proper cleanse later, but I don't know, I just like the water on my face first thing. Okay, now the other thing I do first thing in the morning sounds like maybe a little bit weird to some people. It's just a habit I've had for quite a while, and I'll explain something first. I know normally people brush their teeth first thing in the morning or after breakfast. I prefer to do it after breakfast, just that way I'm not eating or like drinking water, tasting toothpaste in my mouth, but I also don't like that overnight mouth feeling, so I just rinse my mouth out really well with water first thing. I know it sounds weird, but I just prefer to do that versus drinking water and eating also with that overnight sensation. Okay, that's it for phase one in the bathroom done for the day. Now I'm actually going to go outside and cuddle the dogs.
Hey, come here, come here, come here. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Nicey.
Alright, I'm just gonna have a sit down for a sec and do one of my favorite parts of my morning routine, which is my Jade roll. This is, I mean, obviously it's a metal, like stainless steel roller, but this is my favorite part of the morning, just to relax my jaw, which normally cramps up overnight from clenching in my sleep. It is, or has been pretty bad at the moment since I've been under quite a bit of stress at work, but I had Botox in my jaw 2 weeks ago and it is so much better already. I don't know how much visually there is a difference for me. There's a little bit, but I do get it for the pain that I get in my jaw, just to relax the muscles, and it helps so much. I get it maybe once a year and just do this to sort of help soothe it in the interim. Since I had it about 2 weeks ago, I know it's fine to massage now, they told me, so I'm just going to do this a little bit since my jaw is still a little bit sore after the Botox, or despite it, I guess. It's the worst pain I've ever had recently. But while I do this, and again I'm just going to go in gently, I thought I'd mention a few things. Sometimes in the morning, or most days, I do hop up and water the little garden that we have, but today is a rainy day, so I don't need to worry about that. And in terms of the pups, I don't need to do any dog walk for them in the morning, since at the minute Bren always does that in the morning, so it takes that off my plate and I just take care of them in the afternoon. Alright, even that little bit of rolling makes my jaw feel so much better. Before I had the Botox recently, I was probably needing to roll my jaw for like 5 or 10 minutes just to sort of feel like I could open my mouth enough to speak and to eat, because that was painful as well. But on that note, I am going to have breakfast. It's pre-made for me. You might be able to guess what it is. If you've seen my videos before, you've probably seen me talk about these, the kale and apple smoothie that I have every morning, or most mornings. It is something that I have almost every day, unless I feel like mixing it up, but I just feel like this is a nice way to get some fruit and veggie in the morning, and I actually do like the taste. Even though it's green and it's got kale in it, it's still pretty sweet and tasty. Like, it's obviously got apple in there, it's got a bit of lemon and almond butter, although recently I've been using PB2, like the powdered peanut butter, and that's really good. But I just like something that I can grab and have, so I'm going to sit down, drink this, and probably play on my phone a little bit, just for, you know, 5 minutes or however long it takes me to drink this. Yeah, that's really good. I wanted to mention that when I make these, they normally taste a little bit different each batch, just because I might be adding a bit more kale, like squeezing more in the cup. I don't measure it by weight, I just sort of do it like eyeballing it. Anyway, this one, I think I might have added a little bit too much of the PB2, but it still tastes really nice. Definitely something I'd recommend, even if you used different ingredients, obviously. I know a lot of people have smoothies in the morning, but I think pre-making them and putting them in the fridge the night before just helps out so much, for me at least. So anyway, enough rambling. I am just going to drink this and then check in with you after. All right, I'm back in the bathroom and I just wanted to show my next step, which is dry brushing. So this is just I think it's called a cactus brush, but it's a dry brush. I got this one from the Body Shop and I've been dry brushing on and off for the past couple years. I've brought it back into my routine as a habit every day as of the past couple months, and I really enjoy doing it. There are a lot of health benefits and I guess a lot of benefits in general to doing dry brushing, and I believe it's good to do in the mornings as well. That's why I do it in the mornings now as opposed to nighttime like I used to. I'll make sure I put up information on screen since I don't want to mess it up with explaining, but at the end of the day it's also exfoliating, which is also good. Like exfoliating the skin, obviously. But the most important thing I will mention, and I've always remembered, is you're meant to brush towards your heart. So that's really important. Obviously, like legs and arms first before moving on to the torso and brushing towards the heart. But yeah, that is the first step I'm going to do. I do this all over, but I'm just going to show my legs and arms for now how I do it. Now that that's done, I'm just going to jump in the shower and then I'm going to do some skincare. Alright, another thing I wanted to quickly show and mention is the fact that I do like using shower steamers in the morning, and I've used them for quite a while. I definitely don't use them every day, but once in a while it is nice. Obviously it's kind of like a bath bomb for the shower, just to make everything nicely scented. They are individually wrapped, which is one annoying thing. If you can sort of see, I feel like it looks like a dishwasher tablet or something. But I'm gonna unwrap that and pop it in the shower so it can dissolve under the shower and just release the scented steam. I think when I finish this bag, I will go back to using a kind that I've used in the past that isn't wrapped in plastic, and I've also heard you can make them. So maybe that's something I'll try in the future, but I'm just gonna keep going. Alright, I'm out of the shower now and I did wash my face, like properly cleansed in there. So now I'm just going to do a little bit of skincare, and I do try to keep it simple and not use too many products. But the first thing that I do use is a serum. This is the CEO serum by Sunday Riley. It is a vitamin C serum. I just use one pump. Now I try to wait between skincare steps for my products to absorb. So what I'm going to do now is actually brush my teeth. I know it seems a little bit random, but then I'm just going to come back and do a bit more skincare. Now back to skincare. The next thing that I always do is moisturizer, and I use different ones depending on how I feel, but today I'm just using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I've had this for quite a while and I do really like it. I feel like for a while I was sort of trying to save it because it is a nice product. I think I got this one as a gift, but you know, I don't have them just to hold on to. I want to use my products as well. Next, I'm just going to use mouthwash. Again, just letting that have a chance to sort of absorb. Alright, my teeth are all sorted. I don't floss in the mornings, just at night. But I have one more step of skincare to do. And I realized I just said I take a break in between the skincare. I kind of like try to wait a minute for it to sink in. I don't know how much difference it makes, but I just feel like I've heard that in the past and it's what I do. And I've never had any issues with it like balling up or anything. Same goes if I go under makeup. I make sure my skincare sort of sinks in. But the last step of my skincare, I would say, is the most important one. You can probably guess what it is. It is sunscreen. I can't stress how important sunscreen is. Even if you skipped every other step, I think that that is the most important part of taking care of your skin on your face and your body as well. But if you're trying to prevent aging, sunscreen is just the magic potion for that. So I'm going to use this, and this is the Hawaiian Tropic Face Sunscreen Silk Hydration. I do use a lot of sunscreens as well depending on the day. I've got a few favorite brands, but again, it's something that I kind of mix up. similar to my moisturizer. Now I know this looks crazy, but I am rubbing in my sunscreen, and I sort of take the face sunscreen down my neck and chest as well, and backs of my hands too. So it definitely looks like I'm using a lot because I am, but I just want to make sure my skin is fully protected. And I get the ears as well when I remember. Alright, so I am well aware this sunscreen definitely looks quite greasy, oily. I feel like it does settle down a little bit after some time, and certainly there are other sunscreens that don't have this sort of effect. I've got a few here actually. This is one that I think looks quite matte. This is the mineral mattifying sunscreen from MCO Beauty. I recommend that. You can get it in like Woolworths or Coles. Another one that I like, which is a little bit more high-end, is Ultraviolet, and I think I have a replacement for this, for both of these actually, since they are probably don't have enough to last one use. I've just set them aside on my counter, hence why I was using this new one, but I'll find my replacements and put them out since, like I said, I like to mix it up. But the most important thing is wearing it to begin with. So again, I don't want to harp on too long about this, but I think that's my best piece of advice for anyone younger than me, even if you're my age or older. I'm 31 years old now, and I don't think it's too late to start wearing sunscreen, but I think very important, no matter if you're a man, woman, wherever you live in the world. You know, if it's a hot or cold climate. Obviously I live in Australia where it's very hot. We get a lot of sun since we have a hole in the ozone layer above us, but the sun is just very harsh here, so sunscreen, so important. But that's enough of my little PSA. I am now going to find an outfit, get my hair sorted, and get ready to head out for the day. Alright, I've just finished getting changed, and I'm going to do very quick makeup. I definitely don't do makeup every day, but I thought for the sake of the video I would show you my current everyday makeup, and it is extremely quick, very simple. I'm basically just going to try and polish my skin a little bit, make myself look a little bit more put together, but there are many days I go to work and out and about without makeup anymore. It is something that I used to dread and kind of refuse to do basically back when I had bad skin. And looking back, I don't even think my skin was that bad, but in my mind, before I took Accutane, I thought it was the worst thing in the world. Now, I definitely have a bit more confidence in my skin, even on days like today where I've got, like, weirdly enough, symmetrical breakouts here and on my forehead as well. But yeah, I'm going to be light with the makeup. Now, I think what I'm going to do as well is time it, just because I'll do the same sort of thing I normally do, and I don't actually know how long it takes, so let's figure out. Stop the clock. It's been 4 minutes and 6 seconds. You can definitely see that I've still got discoloration, scarring, and a few blemishes at the moment, but I just feel like these few little steps make me feel a little bit less barefaced. Again, I do that a lot of the time, but I suppose on a day like today when my skin isn't feeling that nice, putting a bit of makeup on, yes, it's not as great for the health of the skin, but for myself, I feel a lot better for it. And yeah, sometimes I don't even do things like the under eye concealer. I might just go in with the pencil. This is something that I wanted to mention. I don't know if I've ever said it on my channel before, but I like using these. These are the NYX Wonder Stick pencils, and I don't know what the actual shade color is. Light? Yeah, WP01 Light. Now, I don't actually know if they make this anymore, but it says on the pencil that it's concealer, eye brightener, reverse lip liner in one. And what I do with this is, you would have seen in the video, just sketch where I need to sort of cover any discoloration. But with this it's nice because I can just do it exactly where I need instead of covering the whole face. The parts that I wanted to conceal are still covered sufficiently. Obviously no foundation or anything or proper concealer, but it just makes me feel a lot more comfortable. I might regret this, but I'm just going to zoom you in. I feel like doing my makeup this way you can still sort of see freckles and still imperfections, but it's a lot better than it was before. Yeah, I had a bit of redness here, so using that pencil just helps out a lot. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm just going to put on a bit of lipstick as well. That one was just Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury. Love that. And now I am ready for the most part. I will quickly do something with my hair, and I think what I'm going to do is probably dependent on how cooperative it is. Alright, since I had this little fringe cut, I feel like it's been tucked away for the most part. You probably haven't been able to see it, but I got this cut in the last video, shorter length as well, so I'm still getting used to this different hairstyle. Now, I washed my hair maybe 2 days ago, and I'm washing it a lot more often. 1, with my natural hair color, and 2, since I'm working out more often, especially with this front piece. Obviously, fringes tend to look greasy a bit quicker. I have a bit of time up my sleeve still, so what I might do is quickly show you how I style my hair as well before I head out. I have just gotten my air wrap. That's what I use lately on my hair. I feel like I've gotten so much more use out of it since I cut it. You know, I think the lengths of my hair are for the most part okay. I'll probably add a bit of hair oil, but that's it. But I'll show you what I do with the front. So I'm just getting that wet. I obviously do this, or I do this after I wash my hair, but then some days, like if maybe on 3rd day hair, I might do it again, like today. I'm sure this is a pretty common way to do this, but I'm going to use my air wrap and just use one of the attachments so I don't have to swap them, since I'm just rolling it around. And I might need to lean back since this is a bit away from the PowerPoint. Now I'm going to put this into a roller. And if it wasn't clear to see, I mean, hopefully you can tell now, I've just rolled it away from my face. There's obviously a learning curve here. Obviously I haven't had my hair like this for too long, and I'm still sort of figuring out what works. I'm just going to leave that for a little bit. Normally, in all honesty, what I do is head to work with this still in my hair, but I'm just going to leave it for a few minutes today since it looks crazy, I'm aware. But I'm just going to finish the rest. Again, I feel like my hair looks okay for the most part, and I'm going to wash it soon, so I couldn't be bothered doing anything styling wise to it. I'm just going to add some of this Sol de Janeiro hair conditioner spray in. I will say, since I had the trim, I feel like my hair just looks a lot healthier. It feels a lot healthier as well. I'm just going to pop that behind me since it's actually pretty hot. I'm going to get jewelry on, take down my hair, and then I think I'm ready to go. Alright, just put on my wedding ring and my little gold hoops that I wear a lot of days. So that's pretty much the last step that I do. But I'm going to take this down. Again, it hasn't been sitting there for long, but it should have a bit of volume to it, a bit of a swoop. Oh god. Let's sort that out. Alright, so I think I've sort of fixed it. Maybe, not really. I used the air wrap again. I mean, again, it's gonna fall, but it's just driving me nuts at the moment. If this was an actual work day, I would have given up. I'm just gonna clip it out of my face. But I'll make sure I put a picture of it in, properly styled. I just don't think I can get it there today. Part of the problem might be the fact as well that I did get another trim on the weekend, so I've got to try and change what I had been doing up until recently. Finally got used to it. Now I've got to figure out exactly how to style it again. But that's okay. These little tiny claw clips, you know, butterfly clips or little flowers or whatever sort of tiny claw clips keep the hair back, and I think it looks nice enough. Certainly it was better than it was before since I've gotten it smoothed down without flyaways, but now I'm ready, so I guess I'm gonna head out from here. Before I go, I just wanted to thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. But like I said, I will be leaving you here, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!